EPA meteorologist Bobby Archer here with your outlook for October 13th, 2025. Kinsley's Family Market in Broadheadsville, Monroe County, Pennsylvania sponsors the Monday video forecast. School is back, football's on, fall is in the air, and Kinsley's ShopRite is your one-stop shop for it all. Back to school savings on snacks, lunches, and school supplies, hosting a tailgate party, stock up on wings, hoagies, chips, drinks, and much more. Don't forget to stop by their beer and wine department, your go-to for all of your favorite beverages. Fall favorites are here, from fresh apple cider and pumpkin spice everything. Planning a get-together? Let their catering team do their cooking stress-free and delicious. Stop on by and leaf peep. They are in the beautiful Pocono Mountains. They are Kinsley ShopRite, the world's largest ShopRite, longtime sponsors of the Monday video forecast. I don't know if you're going to be doing much leaf peeping today, but with all the rain that we're expecting today, there's been if you watch these videos last week, you know that we were kind of downplaying this whole nor'easter thing. I don't have to go through a whole big spiel about that like I did. I went on a little bit of a rant about the social media pages putting random pages on Facebook putting out maps on Wednesday and Thursday of last week when it was way too early, and we just had to wait and look around and see what was going on and realized it wasn't going to happen. So I did say in the video I wasn't going to be doing any maps, but my staff overruled me, and they did one anyway, and that map is going to be standing tall, it looks like, after this event, as the only one that is correct, because nobody else's map is going to be anywhere close to what we have, and so if we're not exactly right, it's going to be pretty darn close. Here's going back to last night just to show you where that double barrel low feature we expected did in fact occur. The mesoanalysis at this hour, the time of recording this video, does have a dual low structure here. This is going all the way back to last night. The reason I'm doing that is because once this upper level low captures it, this one here is going to take over, at least temporarily, as the primary low, and back toward the coast and do a little loop and then head out. Okay, it's going to do one of those numbers, and that's what it's going to do today. So it's being pulled closer to the coast. So this event, even though everybody's like, it didn't do anything on Sunday, what's going on? Well, I told you probably a lot of areas, except for the coastal and southeastern areas, weren't going to see much of anything on Sunday. I said that in the weekend video, and that's exactly what happened. And that the bulk of what was going to go on in the interior areas, northwest of I-95 especially, is going to occur late Sunday night and Monday. That's today, okay? That's what we're getting today. Now watch what happens as I move this forward through the overnight and spreading into our area today. As that low occludes and goes toward the coast here, all this moisture gets wrapped in around it, okay, with that upper level low combining. So you're going to get your showers today. Whatever you had, we had projected, which again wasn't a lot. And I give them credit because I was like, guys, what are you doing a map for? And they said we had to put a map out for it because the coastal areas are on the map. So we have to include, we can't just ignore that. We can't just put a map out for just the coast and that's it. And so I said, okay, that's fine. I signed on, just don't go nuts with it. And they didn't. This is the map that they put out. The map that they put out here on Saturday afternoon. And it looks pretty good this morning. These heavy rain areas here were in our eastern and northeastern areas. And that most of that, so that started yesterday. We had a lot of areas yesterday that were raining in these entire areas, and people are asking, well, why did you start at 2 a.m.? This is the period between 2 a.m. Sunday and 2 a.m. Tuesday. 2 a.m. Tuesday is tonight at 2 o'clock in the morning, so this includes that entire event. So the people that don't read, of course, will say, oh, this busted because we didn't do rain. It didn't rain at all on Sunday in my area. If you watched the video, I would have told you that it wasn't going to rain on Sunday for your area in the interior. And this is for the entire event. And the reason we started at 2 a.m. Sunday is because these areas down here were getting rain yesterday. Okay. And I can't, since the map is such a broad area, we had to make it over a 48-hour period. So we did that. And that's fine. I like how they did it. But you see these amounts are not very much. This area C in dark green is a quarter to a half inch total for that period. So we weren't expecting a whole lot. We go up another quarter of an inch in area D to a half to 3/4, and then this area in the orange or area E was between 3/4 and 1.5 inches of rain. That's it, okay? And these outlandish maps that were being thrown out on social media beginning Wednesday and Thursday of last week were just absolutely absurd. And then, that's probably what you're seeing. So people come to us all the time on our social media pages and they're like, oh, bust, bust, bust. You're busting the wrong people here. All right. We told you this is going to happen. And I was reluctant to even put out a map. But again, my staff overruled me on that. We do have some rain coming in today. Here's what the NAM has. Starting us off at 6 o'clock in the morning. These are showers initially as that low is backing toward the coast and throwing that precipitation around the north and west side of it. And here you can see that rotating through. There could be some moderate periods of rain in here as we go through the morning. And then once we get in the afternoon, it becomes a little bit more scattered, as you can see here. And then this scattered activity will start wrapping up during the evening. And overnight, it will just diminish and go away. Okay, so this is not going to be an all-day thing. Just like I said, the map goes through 2 a.m. Tuesday, which is tonight, 2 a.m. So that total precipitation for that entire period, I'll show you, is right here. This is what the European model has at 18Z, and it still has additional rain from what has already occurred, being this much here. So this is very much in alignment with what we had for our axis of the map that they put out, which is right here. Okay, so it's pretty close. I mean, that's pretty good. Pretty good job of those guys. And here's the wind gusts that we're going to have. They're going to be most notable this morning, where you're still going to be have these breezy, windy conditions. And then once we get in the afternoon, you start to diminish it a little bit, get back down to the 20s. It's still going to be breezy, but not quite as high as it'll be this morning, where you have some 30 to 35 gusts. And, of course, a lot higher along the shore points will be 35 to 45 plus down there. When I say plus, it's usually the barrier islands out here, LBI, places like that, all the way up and down the central New Jersey coast. That's where the highest winds are going to be, just because of the close proximity of that low just to the south and that constant ocean fetch. Of course, coastal flooding has been a big issue down there. That will continue to be a big issue today as well until this low pulls away. I do think it's going to pull away tonight. And as it does, it pulls away, we're going to have any morning clouds on Tuesday, giving way to sun, a partial clearing from northwest to southeast as that low starts to pull away, and temperatures will be warmer tomorrow. So you see above me today, still in the 50s for most areas, maybe near 60 in a few spots in our southeastern areas, but 66 to 70 is the temperature spread on Tuesday. Now, we do have a cold front that's going to make its way through here on Wednesday. It's kind of hard to see. This is part of it right here, but it's going to sag down through the area and invite this trough that's over off to our north and east to influence our weather in the late week period. So Wednesday is going to be a transitional day, cold on a mix of clouds and sun. Not expecting any precipitation, but temperatures will be a little bit lower on Wednesday by about 4 or 5 degrees. And then at the end of the week, on Thursday and Friday, we're expecting temperatures in the lower 60s with mostly sunny skies both of those days. Once we get to the weekend, we're going to warm up again because we have a warm front that's going to be passing through our region. Again, not expecting precipitation at this time. It passes north of our region, so we're kind of in a warm sector here between that warm front to the north, which is up here. Low pressure is here. Cold front is back here. So you're kind of in a warm sector here. This is not warm sector August where you get like 90s. We're looking at temperatures on Saturday to be in the upper 60s or mid upper 60s for highs as that front passes off the north, and maybe on either side of 70 here on Sunday. We're going to call it partly cloudy start and increasing clouds late in the day. And then we have the cold front moving through overnight into next Monday morning. Okay, that's what it's looking like right now. So that's going to be our next chance of rain in the 7-day forecast period. It's actually technically just beyond the 7-day forecast period, but that'll be our next chance for rain in the week ahead. So you will have a chance to dry out from whatever shower activity you get today. Again, it's not going to be a whole lot, and we're not expecting a whole lot. We never were, but it is a much needed rainfall that we could certainly use, and there's going to be no... Except for anywhere away from the immediate coast, there's really no concerns for like outages and maybe spotty here and there, but nothing really crazy. So we should be okay. This is just much needed rainfall, and it should be pretty much a steady soaker today. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for October 13th, 2025. Have a great Monday.